This is a story about a mysterious journey of a captain with determination to prove his mighty theory. Magellan was his name. With 5 ships along his fleet, the Trinidad, the San Antonio, the Concepcion, the Victoria, and the Santiago. And through the words of Antonio Pigafetta, we will now witness their joys and grief through their journey around the world. They come across Pacific, an ocean so vast and wide with mysterious islands strange, terrific, and in the country of the Philippines. These men have landed and have dined, bringing across to share their fate that we also now perceive divine.
We're now 2 ships less than we started, and we even injured and lost some of our men. We journeyed with the hope to find spice, but what we didn't expect was the wrath of some natives when we approached their land. The captain burned almost 50 houses and killed 7 of their inhabitants. But I can't really blame him, for they themselves begged for him to give them war when they stole a boat from us. I just hope our next stop won't be just like our experience in the island of Ladrones.
On March 16, 1521, Magellan, with what was left of his 270-strong crew, 3 ships and about 160 men, the others having succumbed in fade, mutinies, to scurvy and starvation, arrived in the Philippines.
At dawn on Saturday, March 16, 1521, we came upon a high island in the distance named Zamal. The following day, the Captain General ordered us to land with another island, Marianas Island, which was uninhabited, to be more secure and to get water and have some rest. A boat with 9 men aboard came towards us. Captain Magellan ordered us not to do or say anything without his permission when they arrived. When the men reached the shore, their chief immediately went to the Captain General, giving sign of joy of their arrival. Captain realized that the men were reasonable and welcomed them with food, drinks, and gifts. 5 of the local men stayed with us, while the rest went back to get the others who were fishing, and so they all came. The captain ordered food to be set before them and gave them red caps, mirror, combs, bills, ivory, moccasin, and other things. When they saw the captain's courtesy, they presented fish, a jar of palm wine, which they call yuraka, pigs more than 1 palm long, and other which were smaller and more delicate, and 2 coconuts. They had nothing else then, but made a sign with their hand that they would bring yumai or rice, and coconut and many other articles of food within 4 days. When they were about to go, they took their leave very gracefully and neatly, saying that they would return according to their promise. Monday morning, March 25, 1521, we saw 2 long boats, which was called balanghay by the locals, full of people that came from the island of Mazawa coming to us. The people had their king with them on the boat. The Captain General showed great honor to the men and gave them presents. The king of Mazawa was delighted, and as a response, he gave the captain a large bar of gold and basket full of ginger. Captain Magellan and the king of Mazawa exchanged gifts and expressed their desires to become brothers. On Sunday, March 31, we held the first mass in the island of Mazawa. The captain ordered Father Pedro de Beldarama to lead the mass along the shore. The king of Mazawa was baptized and had converted to Christianity, and his people wished also to become Christian through their free will. The king of Cebu, Raja Humabon, and other 800 souls were baptized as Christians. That day, the captain planted a large cross on the island. The king received a report from Zula that Lapu-Lapu, a ruler of Mactan, refused to recognize and obey the king of Spain. Zula requested the captain to send him one boatload of men so that they may help him fight Lapu-Lapu. The captain general decided to go there with 3 boatloads. We begged him repeatedly not to go, but he refused to abandon his flock and went to go lead the attack. At midnight, 60 of our men, including the captain, the king of Cebu, some of the chief men, and 20 or 30 other balanghay set out to Mactan armed with corselets and helmets. And 3 hours before dawn, we reached Mactan. When the daylight broke, 49 of us, led by the Captain Magellan, waded towards the shore, while 11 men, including Humabon, were left to guard the boats that could not get to the shore, impeded by rocks at it was no tide. When we reached land, the Mactan warriors had formed in 3 divisions to the number of 1,500 persons. The fight had begun. They shot us with many arrows and bamboo spears that were tipped with iron. We could scarcely defend ourselves. They launched pointed stakes hardened with fires, stones, and mud. The captain was shot through the right leg with a poisoned arrow. On that account, he ordered us to retreat slowly. The natives continued to pursue us, picking up spears and hurling them at us again and again. A large javelin was thrust into the captain's face. It caused him fall face down in the water. They all rushed upon him with lances of iron, bamboo, and javelins. They killed our captain. They killed our light, our comfort, and our true guide. But before he breathed his last, he looked up thrice to see whether we were all in the boats. Beholding him dead, we retreated as best we could to the boats. The king ordered the people of Mactan a gift of any value in exchange for Magellan body, but the chief refused. They wanted to keep Magellan body as a token of their victory.
After Magellan's death, Sebastian del Cano took command of the 2 remaining ships, the Trinidad and the Victoria. The Concepcion was burned because there were not enough men left to operate it. A former mutineer, Del Cano led the ships to the Spice Islands. After securing the spices they had so long ago set out for, the ships set sail for Spain. The Trinidad was attacked by a Portuguese ship and left shipwreck. In September 1522, 3 years and a month since the journey began, the Victoria docked back in Seville. Only 1 ship of the original 5 and only 18 men, the original 270 survived the voyage. Among them was Antonio Pigafetta, a scholar who had kept a detailed diary of the expedition.